Hey, what's going on today, guys? It's Stix10, and we are taking a look today at Lanturn in the Tempest Cup. Specifically, I wanted to take a look at the charge moves that it can have. So whether it's better to run Charge Beam or Water Gun in the Tempest Cup specifically. Now, if we look at Charge Beam, it is a 1.67 damage per turn. And then it is a 3.67 energy per turn. Water Gun is 3 damage per turn and 3 EPT. So it is a little bit lower energy gainer, but it's a little bit higher damage output. So if we take a look now, we'll jump over to a little graph I made. So this graph, I took the Game Press meta simplify that they put out and kind of put in there green is going to be a positive or super effective damage, blue is neutral, and then red is resisted. So as you can see, against the meta, against itself it just does neutral damage, and then against ice water types, super effective for the charge beam. And then we've got super effective for Charizard, Skarmory, neutral damage on Altaria, and then we also have neutral damage on Tropus because of the flying typing. And then we have, it's going to be resisted by Abomasnow, your Mud Boys over there, your water ground types, your Steelix, and your rock types. It's going to resist those. A ground type, of course, is going to double resist. Ice type, you've got a neutral matchup there, and then it's going to be resisted as well by Magneton. So that just gives you an idea. So obviously, you're putting yourself in a good position against your ice and ground, or your your ice and water types combined, and then your 2 of your 3 flying types you're getting super effective damage on. So now let's jump over to the next chart. So on this one, we're running Water Gun. You can see it's going to be resisted in the mirror match, which does give the advantage to Charge Beam Lanturn in that. It's also going to be resisted by your water ice types. Lanturn, Celio, or Lapras, Celio are both going to be resisted. You're still getting super effective damage on Charizard because it is a fire type, and you're going to get neutral damage on the other 2. But keep in mind, you're also getting a little bit more because it's doing 3 damage per turn. It's also a little faster to charge up. You can see both Abomasnow and Tropius do resist it. Your water types, you're actually getting water ground types, you're getting neutral damage on the Mud Boys. You're getting super effective on your ground, and then your Alolan Graveler Golem set up there because of their typing. Ice types and Magneton, you are getting neutral damage on those. So you can see it's gonna hurt you in a few matchups. Now if you look at Celio and Lapras, that might be one, of course, where your Charge Beam is going to do better because it is resisted. So that is something to keep in mind if you're going to lead with Lanturn. If they are leading with Celio Lapras, you could potentially lose that if they use their shield, if they double shield in that situation. But your Thunderbolt is still going to do a lot of damage to those. Also keep in mind that the Water Gun doing neutral damage to your water ground types means that if late game you bring your Lanturn in against those, you stand a little bit better chance of getting to something that can do a little more damage with Charge Beam, actually, because it charges a little faster. It's not doing any damage, hardly any damage to them though. But your Water Gun is at least doing neutral damage the whole time, so it kind of depends on the shield situation. If Quagsire has no shields in a Water Gun situation, you can win as long as you have 1 shield. But you can't win if you have none. Now with Charge Beam, since it's doing so little damage every time, you can't win unless you have 2 shields on your Lanturn, and they have none. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, your Quagsire is probably the most common one you're gonna find as a closer for the most part, with like Stone Edge. It could have Earthquake or Sludge Bomb. I've seen both variants running around, but most of the time they have Mud Shot. So just keep that in mind. This is just some quick information to let you see how this Lanturn can be used. I do want to show you guys a couple of battles and just talk through them real quick and tell you where the downfall of Lanturn is. So let's jump into those real quick. So we're going to start off here. Lanturn Tropus. This is a terrible matchup for Lanturn. As you can see, I'm kind of lagging, which it doesn't matter, honestly. I lose this match no matter what, and you can see I try to switch out. I don't have a good switch out in this match, so it is over very quickly because Razor Leaf does so much damage. You have to get your Lanturn out of there very quickly. I did very little against it because I have Water Gun. It wouldn't have mattered if I had Charge Beam. So we'll go on to the next match here. So we got Lanturn, and he brings out Celio. This is where I think Lanturn can shine in the Celio matchup. Obviously, we're both running Water Gun, so neither one of us is doing like a large amount of damage here. This is going to be a Body Slam. I'm pretty sure I can take this Body Slam, so I do. You can see that did maybe 15-20% to my HP. Now he's got to block this Thunderbolt or it's going to do a ton of damage. You can see he does not block it, so that I mean, it takes him down to almost nothing. He might get one. He got one more Body Slam off. I'm gonna shield that one since I don't want to take that amount of damage again. I probably could have taken it and not wasted a shield there. Alright, the next match I wanted to show was Altaria and my Lanturn going up against each other. Obviously, this is not an ideal matchup. He actually had the advantage. I'm not sure why he switched into Skarmory. Skarmory has a way worse matchup against Lanturn. But since I'm running Water Gun, that may have been why he switched in, because he's only going to take neutral damage from that. I still would have stayed in with Altaria. He did build up his energy for later in the match, so that may have been something he was thinking, just save that energy for later, not take a lot of damage on Altaria. Obviously, he's shielded there. So I'm not going to shield here because, oh, it was actually Flash Cannon. So it's still not very effective. Sky Attack obviously wouldn't have been very effective either. So we're just going, and he actually gets another one off. This is probably a Sky Attack, but I do block this one just because I don't want to lose Lanturn. He's down to no shield, so this is going to take him out. I did farm a little bit extra energy there just to see what he brings against me. And it is a Lanturn. So Lanturn v Lanturn, we're both running Water Gun, which actually gives me the advantage because I stored up that energy beforehand. We're going to hit this Thunderbolt, which is going to do about, that did 40% to his HP there. So not bad. I still have a shield going into this. I can bring my Abomasnow and take out his fairly quickly. He does get off a Thunderbolt. Not enough time there to get to Hydro Pump, so I'm not worried about that. Not very effective, as you can see, and he goes down very quickly. Let's see what he comes out with. Altaria. So that is doing quite a... Dragon Breath is doing quite a bit. I might get to this Outrage, though. We'll see, and I do. Okay, so he is down. He has no shield, so I know this Outrage is going through, and it actually does quite a bit. I'm actually... Obviously, it's super effective, so that was a solid game there. So next match is the same lead matchup again. Altaria versus Lanturn. It is a very safe lead for him. He can build up energy on that Altaria and kind of roll with it from there. So once again, Water Gun, Dragon Breath. I'm just building up some extra energy before I hit this Thunderbolt. And I could have saved up, I guess, to go for a Hydro Pump, but obviously he was probably going to block it. Hydro Pump would be neutral. He comes in with Lanturn. I can immediately hit a Thunderbolt because I already saved up that energy from his. once again, I think he could have just taken down my Lanturn without too much damage to his. Let's see if I can get another Thunderbolt off. His gets in first. I do shield it, so I can get off mine right after this. Let's see, and he's still running. Both of us are running Water Gun on ours. Obviously, in the mirror match, you would, if you had a Thunderbolt user, it would be, or not a Thunderbolt, a Charge Beam user, it'd be more effective against the Lanturn and gain energy a little faster. So that's a trade-off with it. And obviously, I'm not going to get to another charge move against Celio, so that does, it's not an ideal situation there. And he is running Water Gun on his Celio, so it's going to take down my Steelix very, very quickly. Let's see, he probably has Body Slam on it, so... oh, he actually hit me with Aurora Beam. Okay. I guess he had saved up quite a bit of energy there. We'll do a crunch and see if we can get rid of his last shield. Did he? Yeah, nope, he didn't block. So my Steelix is going to go down to his Water Guns. He's got quite a bit of energy saved up, which puts me in a bad situation with Altaria. I do still have one shield, so that gives me a little bit of advantage if I can get out of here without taking that. But I know what he has in the back is an Altaria with an already charged up Sky Attack at least, and he'll probably be pretty close to a Dragon Pulse. Let's see if he did charge up all the way to Dragon Pulse. He did, and I'm done. Like, that's pretty much game. Like, if I would, you know, right there, I should have saved a little bit more. Oh, he still had a shield. I forgot about that. So, honestly, I had lost that game as soon as he came out with that Altaria. So, a good strategy for him starting off, gaining that energy, farming that energy to start with. As you can see, good effort on my part, but I did end up losing. Hopefully that gives you guys a good idea of what to do with Lanturn, which move, what the trade-offs are there. Just keep in mind that Charge Beams is going to charge it up a little faster, and then Water Gun does a little bit more damage and has a lot more neutral matchups in the meta. So hopefully it helps. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are running Lanturn or if you're running some variant, some other electric type that you guys have really liked. Let me know if you guys have already done your tournaments. Send me the links. I'm always curious what other people are running. Thanks again for viewing the video. Hit the like, subscribe, do all that business. You guys know what to do. Buttons everywhere, whatever, wherever it is. Thanks again, guys, for watching the video. See y'all.